So I had the unfortunate incident of going through some gum today when I took the car out for a nice little drive. It looks to have been fairly fresh when I ran through it, so it's left quite a mess on the car. This is a 2006 Porsche 997, so it has notoriously soft paint, and today I'm going to do my best to remove this without marring the paint or leaving any evidence that it was ever there. The products I'm going to use are going to be a microfiber towel and Stoner's Bug and Terminator, which is some of the best bug and tar remover I've found. You might notice that this microfiber is a little dirty. I figure it'll be somewhat sacrificial, so I didn't use the nicest one that I own. After this, I'll probably give the car a nice wash, and we'll probably have to touch up the sealant on it because this may remove. I'm not actually sure, but just to be safe, I'll probably touch up the sealant. So with this being made for a road tar, bug, sap, and asphalt, it should easily cut through this gum. What I'm going to do is, instead of spraying it directly on the paint, I'm actually going to spray it on the microfiber first and test to see how it reacts. So we'll go ahead and try that now. I'll put a little bit on the microfiber. Then what we'll do is we'll see how it reacts. As you can see from the first little pass, it looks like it removed a lot of the gum. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and saturate the microfiber a little bit more, and then we'll start to remove this. Probably using a little bit more than I need to, but I would rather keep the paint nice and lubricated versus anything dry against it. So right now I'm going to let it sit on here for just a moment and let it start attacking the properties of the gum. You can already see it starting to almost want to just fall off of there. So I'm doing my best to only move in up and down or left and right motions. You don't want to go circular, because if it was to scratch the paint, it would be a lot harder to remove later on. So just keep that in mind. You don't ever want to rub anything in circles on the paint job. Looks like it's coming off quite nicely here. So what originally looked like a huge mess is actually not bad at all. It looks like it's going to come right off, which is quite the relief. Okay, now that I've got the gum mostly off of there, or actually all the way off of there, I'm going to switch to a clean microfiber because obviously I don't want any more of the Terminator on the car. I'm going to use a Minzerna. It's called Top Inspection. It's basically for removing any type of residue, typically from detailing, but in this case I'm going to use it just to remove some of the residue on the car. This does a very good job of removing pretty much a trace of whatever was on the car. Looks like the Terminator is coming right off of there. Starting to look pretty good. A little bit of residue, so I'll just put a little bit more on the car. Switch to the clean side of the microfiber. So there you have it. It looks like the gum came completely off. The paint does not look marred in any way, so it looks like I don't need to do any touch-up at this time. Eventually we'll probably repolish the entire car and put a new coat of sealant, but I think that can wait for the time being. So again, the products I used to remove the gum was Stoner's brand Terminator, which should be able to be found in local stores. I personally ordered this one online, but it shouldn't be too difficult to find. It's a pretty good product. Works as advertised. Have used it on heavier stuff before, so I didn't have much doubt. Also use some Inzerno, but you can use pretty much any type of quick detailant. And of course a quality microfiber towel. So if you end up with gum on your car, this is probably the easiest way to remove it. So best of luck if you give it a try.